If what you are about to realize is true, then you are not living inside reality. Reality is happening inside you. Pause. Do not rush past this, because something in you already senses this may not be an idea but a doorway. Right now, there is a body sitting, breathing, sensations moving, thoughts appearing, disappearing, and yet something is aware of all of this. Stay here, not with the thoughts, but with the one who notices them. Most people never look in this direction. They live as if they are inside the body, inside a fixed identity, inside time. But observe more carefully. The body is being perceived, thoughts are being perceived, emotions are being perceived, even your sense of self is being perceived. So something deeper must be here, something that is not moving when attention is scattered, moving endlessly from memory to anticipation, from one problem to another. The mind fragments, the brain loses coherence, like noise without harmony. But the moment attention gathers gently back into the present, something begins to reorganize. Neural activity becomes ordered, synchronized. The system shifts from survival into coherence. And in that coherence, your intention is no longer weak, no longer divided. It becomes precise, clear, almost mathematical. Now go deeper. Withdraw your attention from your name, from your past, from every role you play, even from the body, just for a moment. What remains? Do not answer, just feel. Look, there is still awareness, silent, open, without shape, and strangely, it does not feel like nothing. It feels alive. What you once called emptiness begins to reveal itself as a field of subtle activity, of energy, of intelligence. What appears as solid matter is mostly space, vibration, information. But this is not something to believe. It is something to sense, to experience when the mind becomes still enough. Rest here, not as a person trying to achieve anything, but as awareness itself. Here, there is no past to carry, no future to control, only presence. And in this presence, something extraordinary begins. The brain, in coherence, sends a clear signal. The heart, when open, generates a subtle magnetic field, not emotional noise, but a deeper, quiet resonance, often felt as love without object. When clarity of mind and openness of heart move together, you are no longer reacting to life. You are aligned with it. And then experience begins to reorganize, not through force, but through correspondence, a quiet matching between your inner state and what appears outside. What you once called coincidence begins to feel intelligent. So the question is not how to control reality. The question is, can you remain here as awareness without rushing back into the familiar identity? Even for a few moments, because in those moments, you are no longer separate from the field. You are it. And when there is no longer an idea, but something you have touched directly, you will look back at your past and something will have dissolved. Not because life changed, but because the one who was entangled is no longer there. Only awareness remains, clear, silent, whole. If you feel this, do not turn it into philosophy or knowledge. Stay with the experience. There are deeper layers waiting, not in time, but in this very awareness. You thought you were a fragment, walking through a solid world, but the walls were made of silence and the ground of unseen light. When you stopped chasing form, the formless opened its hand, and reality, once outside you, softly whispered, I have always been within.